It's been covered in gunk.
I'm just saying that in your bank account, £500,000.
Needs must, eh?
Gotta shove it right in.
You don't want to be in the office, do you?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it in yet? I'm off. Big time. Go on, son.
I think I'll fit in these coats no more.
It's got a big head in there.
Don't put it back wherever they got it from.
Just getting the correct size drill bit, it's not going to fit for sure.
No moves no more, mate.
So it is 20 litres because there's 5 litres on the ground. To fade out to nothing.
Is it in the box?
Are you getting any in the funnel? Great big hooter going on.
And I looked right in the screen as well and saw my face.
Right, it's Monday and I am back from Goodwood, so I had a great couple of days away, but now we need to get back to sorting out what's been going on here. So we've got the ply lining to do, that all the orders that came in on Friday and over the weekend. So we've got those kits to cut out, wrap and ship out. We've also got James's Citroën Relay in, so we're going to give him a bit of a head start on his conversion. He allowed us to borrow it a couple of weeks ago to 3D scan, but he just wants a hand to start to get the ball rolling on his conversion for that. So we're going to get his plastic panels fitted properly. We're going to carpet all the bottom panels that we made so we could 3D scan it. We're going to carpet the roof that we put in it. We're going to get all the wiring in for all the lights and things like that. Get the rear seat fitted and things like that. Just get the ball rolling so he can then come and finish it off. So we're just going to get that sorted out today. Might not get it all done today because I've got a Zoom call at 11. We've also got the Sprinter coming back today for us to raise their fridge slightly. They've put in some floor mats and they want the fridge raising up, and a couple of other bits we need to look at. So we've got that to do today as well. So I'm not sure how far we're going to get on with James's van today, but we have got a few days to start getting on with that. But that said, we've got a busy old day, so let's get on with it. made a start on James's van, and let me show you. So we've got the side panels in and made the bottom panels, put them in carpet. The seat is bolted down as well, and we've got these parts in here ready for the bed struts to go across. Wheel arch covers are in, still need to sweep up. Got our factory roof in, and it's got the pop top up there as well. So he's got his lights in here, that's going to go down to this small box here, and that's from a just a, when the hookup comes on, it can charge that up for him, and it's just for a bit of power for camping. So he's still got all his furniture to go in here, but at least we've given him a little bit of a head start and a hand getting it to this stage. Right, it is now Wednesday. Yesterday I had a call with people who supply vans to the trade, and they are looking to onboard us as a authorised supplier of vehicles. So we have to pass an audit, which is fine. We're not worried about it, neither are they, from what we've talked about on the phone. But we need to make sure we're ticking all the boxes for them, because obviously if they're going to sort of recommend customers to us, they want to know that those customers are going to be looked after. So we are just putting things in place, make sure we've got everything written down that we normally do, get all the manuals sorted out, ready for an audit for that. That will also mean that we can supply Fiat, Peugeot, Citroën and Vauxhall vans. So that's what we're going through at the moment. Obviously we're going to need that if we are going to be supplying vehicles for our camper vans. So that's what we are looking at right now. We got on well with James's van the other day. We've got more to carry on with that. Only a few last little tweaks really. We've been cutting the plastic panels because he's had a couple of windows fitted in a couple of those areas, so he needs the plastic panels cutting out. So we've been cutting those out. We've got one more of those to do. We need to screw on the bottom panels that we've carpeted them, but we need to screw those on. And I believe he's got some parts for a bed that they're on their way, so hopefully they arrive today and we can get on with those as well. We've got a couple of ply lining kits to cut out. We've got one where customer ordered a transit custom ply lining kit, but they didn't realise that the shape of the back had changed. Now the new shape is out, so we do have it on file, so we can cut that out and we're going to exchange that for them. We said we were doing some furniture for a customer that's got green doors with black fronts with green doors basically, and drawers. Now we've changed the doors on the locker, which you will have seen, but he had ordered the boards from us, and then after that said that he wanted us to design this stuff. So he ordered one green and one black. He was hoping the green would be enough to do the locker fronts and the drawer fronts of the unit, and the black would be enough for the carcass. But as he wants 5 drawers, shelves and all that sort of stuff, it's actually 4 boards worth of black alone, so we're 3 boards short. So he's up against it now time wise, so we're trying to rush through an order for some black board so we can get that project done. We're going to ship off his lockers so we can get those fitted in the van, and he's going to go away in it as that. And then after that, the kitchen cupboard that we're going to do will be made, and then all he has to do is sort of put it in the van and screw it down. But for now, we're going to ship off his lockers, and then we'll build the kitchen once those boards are here. So that was yeah, that wasn't ideal for him. Again, we're looking at the wiring on the touchscreens that are going into our campers. Now, we're not sure what we're going to call our campers yet, but let's say that there's one that's more expensive and one that's less expensive. If you want to call it the base and the deluxe, or whatever you want to call it, we are going to name them, but we haven't got any names yet. Any suggestions, we're open to them. Now, this screen here is the one that will be going in the base, so it's still a very nice, sleek, very solid unit, and this has a communication cable that goes down to a like a wiring box, which we can wire in things like your batteries, the water tank level sensors and stuff like that. So that will all be shown on this digital display to show the percentage that you've got left of your battery, the voltage, what percentage water you've got in your fresh and waste water tanks, and stuff like that. So we've got this screen going in the base, and then the other one is almost like twice as wide with a load of buttons on one side, going in like the deluxe. So we're just looking at the wiring and stuff that has to go into these. They're actually both slightly different, so the wiring looms will be different on both of these models, and that's going to restrict the options that we're going to be able to offer for each model. So you're not going to be able to buy a base and then spec it right up to be basically a deluxe. They are going to be completely different models. The plastic lining panels that we've got coming are going to be here in a week or so. So we're excited for those because they can do, they've got top, bottom and ceiling ABS plastic lining basically for these vans. We've got 5 coming so far. So we've got 5 of those coming so far. That's how many's been made, and we so we'll show you them when they arrive, but they're in about a week or so's time. So that's going to make the interiors look really, really sweet. What else have we got going on? We've got the 2 of the vans are having pop tops made for them for next week. So we should be able to get the L4 fitted next week, and the L3 fitted maybe the end of that week or the week after. And then it's going to give us 6 weeks to get all of the furniture designed, cut, edged, assembled and put in the van, along with all of the things like diesel heater, water heater, all of that sort of stuff as well. So we are going to be up against it to try and make it to the September show. Everything's ordered and paid for. We're just waiting for some parts. So a couple of the vans have been here for a couple of weeks and not a lot's changed. But yeah, we can't do anything without them, and we can't do anything without the parts. So we've got loads of parts here on the shelf. We just need the bits we need first, and they're not here yet. So we've got everything else, and it's going to be really exciting to start getting on with it. We've also had real pictures of our exhibition equipment that's been made, sent over to me this morning. It doesn't have the tent with it yet, but it's got everything else like the sofas and bits and pieces. So that's all coming together. I'll show you all of those when we've got pictures of the whole lot together, but that's going to be good as well. So we'll keep you updated on that. But for now, we need to finish James's van and get on with the wiring for our display units, or our displays for our L3s and L4 demo vans. Saw us last week making some locker doors for a customer,
and we were basically rectifying what someone else hadn't done properly. So what we're doing is making a kitchen pod for this customer, but this one is edge banded. So the difference between this and the lockers that we did, the knock-on trim, you normally route a slot down the edge and then you knock in a rubber trim and you have rounded edges. It's really popular in the campervan industry, but it's probably maybe a little bit DIY. Not many people invest in the tooling like we have with edge banders and routers and stuff to get the finish like this. This looks a bit more factory OEM, like a motorhome or a caravan or something like that. So that's what we're doing at the moment. So you basically have a tool called an edge bander which adds glue on the back of edge banding, and then it glues it and bonds it to these boards. What we've also started doing is designing our furniture with knockdown fixing. So exactly as you would assemble like a wardrobe or a chest of drawers at home using fixings with like a quarter turn on, that's how we're doing this. So this is the back of the drawer front, so all the drawer parts would come out of here. They would have these in and they would then slot into there, and then you quarter turn that with a Phillips and it locks it to the front. It's a really professional way of assembling the furniture, just like IKEA, for instance. They would use similar fixings. So that's the way we're assembling our furniture. So we're not using pocket screws or those little modesty blocks. It's all a really good way of assembling it. So that's what we're doing to build this kitchen pod now. Now you know I love a new tool, and today I've got a pretty big one. This has just been delivered for us. So this is a press. Now this is going to help us bond laminates to plywood in our case. So in the campervan, caravan and motorhome industry, the furniture is made of lightweight plywood, just like this. Now that's normally 14mm thick, and then you would bond a laminate both sides, which is 0.7mm. So you've got a 15.4mm board finish, which is perfect for going in those aluminium trims that people often make their furniture from. Now, we've got pallet loads of 14mm core boards ready to go. And then there's also hundreds of laminate suppliers just like these, and they give you all these sort of sample books, and you can select the sample of laminate. So the laminates get delivered. We have our 14mm core board. We then put the adhesive over the top, we put the laminate on top of that, and then that goes in the press. Now you can put all the boards in here, presses up to the top, and it goes under pressure. Then once the adhesive has gone off, we release the pressure, it can come out, and the boards are made like this. Now previously we've outsourced this process. We have been selling lightweight furniture boards for years on our website, but now we're going to be extending our range of laminates that we can offer, and we're going to be pressing it in-house ourselves. This means that we can make our own furniture boards in-house, we can press them in-house, we can put them on our own CNC machine, and we can also edge band it. We've got all the equipment here to do all that. So that is start to finish, from manufacturing the board right the way through to manufacturing the furniture, and that final product we can do all in-house with all of our machinery now. So all of our camper vans will be made using this process.
It's been covered in gunk.
Imagine seeing that in your bank account, $500,000.
Needs must, eh?
Got to shove it right in.
You don't want to be in the office, do you?
I don't know.
Is it in yet?
I'm off big time. Go on, son.
I think I'll fit in these coats no more.
It's got a big head in it.
Might put it back wherever they got it from.
Just getting the correct size drill bit, it's not going to fit for sure.
No boobs no more, mate.
So it is 20 litres because there's 5 litres on the ground. To fade out to nothing.
Is it in the box?
Are you getting any in the funnel? Great big hooter going on.
And I look right in the screen as well, it's all my face.